It's Friday, fool, and you need this tool. Welcome back to another glorious episode of It's Friday, fool. You need this tool. My name is Kyle Voss, and every Friday I bring you a tool that I use here in this shop or that I have featured on this channel. I wonder how many people take the fact that I say it's Friday, fool personal. Like they think I'm calling them a fool. Little background on the origin of that or where that came from. When I was thinking about doing this series, I knew that I was going to do them on Friday, and for any of you guys that are familiar with the movie Friday, he basically says that it's Friday, fool, you ain't got shit to do. So that's where it came from. I ain't calling nobody no fool. Alright, let's get to this week's tool. This week's tool is pretty cool. Is this like rhyme day? What's up? Everything rhymes today. This week's tool is the Gimbal Ratchet. Now you may or may not have seen or heard of these. You probably have seen it, maybe didn't know what it was. You can actually find these locally at most of your auto parts stores or hardware stores or whatever. This particular one is a 1/4 inch drive gimbal ratchet. Now what is a gimbal ratchet? So it's got like a little handle thing on it, and inside it's just got your normal style ratchet, right? Put an extension on it. There you go. You got tightening on the back side just like a ratchet. You can loosen. But that's not what makes it a gimbal style ratchet. The fact that it's a gimbal style ratchet is this thing can move this way, it can move that way. I mean, it can basically do 360 degrees, kind of like a swivel socket, but it's more of the swivel's in the ratchet itself. So for instance, if it was like this, you can literally turn this thing with it being at an angle. And that's what makes it a gimbal ratchet. These things are really cool for anytime you're doing any kind of speed work, right? If you're just doing valve cover gaskets and you're just on and off on the valve covers, if you're technically, you could probably use these for putting like spark plugs in, because you don't need to get those things real tight, so you can kind of speed through it. You can speed through it on the way out. They're really good as far as getting in really tight spaces where you can't get like a regular ratchet in there. You're not going to get a ton of leverage on these, but you're going to get more than you would if you didn't have one. So that's that pretty much. This particular one is made of aluminum, and it's got an outer aluminum ring that has these notches in it for grip. Then it's got an inner aluminum ring that you can see there. Okay, and then inside of that, it actually has the ratchet section itself, which you can see right there. Like I said, this is the 1/4 inch drive. They make these in the 1/4 inch drive, 3/8 drive, and maybe even a 1/2 inch drive one. I'm not really sure. This one here, I picked up for like $13 on Amazon. Like I said, I've seen these in other places, but not at that great of a price. They're usually more around the $20 mark. All the places I've seen locally. Like I said, $13 on Amazon. As I always do, I'll drop you some links in the description. I'll put the 1/4 inch and the 3/8 drive, and maybe even a 1/2 inch drive if I can find them. Alright guys, there you go. This week's tool, the Gimbal Ratchet. If you didn't know, now you know. As always, thank you for joining me. I'm sure I'll see you a lot this week. Now that the goose is running, I'm ready to go. Plus, gonna have the new project. Probably show that to you guys sometime Monday, Tuesday, I don't know. You'll see. Anyway, it's Friday, fool.